Those are the rules. Couple nuggets for you. They'll set the clock at 12 and we'll operate on a running clock, and the shot clock will be an idle 80 seconds here today for the Archers and the Whipsnakes. Are almost ready to go here at the U12 Division Championship. The Whipsnakes in black, Archers in that classic orange. It's the best of the best on the biggest stage. Let's crown a champion here at Harvard Stadium. U12 division up first, and later on today we'll crown a U4 than you most of the time. How did you manage that?
Yeah, no, being undersized, like you said, I had to kind of really rely on my speed, speed and agility. So
from way downtown, there's the first goal of the game. It's Austin Pettit. Fires and scores for the Whips. So they convert on the first power play opportunity of the game. Let's talk about this. Power play, they know they have the man up, and then Pettit steps into it. What'd you see here?
Just a great setup for that two-point shot, and obviously he's successful, and 2-0 Whipsnakes.
First goal of the game is a two-pointer. So the Whips. And now the Whipsnakes will try to add on. At X, past the pole, right off the post, it scores. It's Henry Fisher this time, and the Whipsnakes up 3-0.
Yeah, great jumper right there. Is able to elevate his hands and shoot it right over the goalie stick.
Henry Fisher, the local kid from Middleborough, Massachusetts, emulates Brennan O'Neill. You can tell his pregame ritual of wall ball really worked this time. Under 2 minutes to go, the Archers will try to erase the goose egg here in the first quarter. They've had some good looks, especially early in the quarter. And there it is.
Great response.
On the board for the Archers is Donnie Butts, the attackman. 3-1 in favor of the Whipsnakes. Donnie Butts from Westport, Connecticut. Channeled his inner Mac O'Keefe, who his favorite player is. Look at that, and the Archers orange and everything. Past two defenders. Takes a lot of skill, Josh.
Yeah, definitely. Great job to put his, get skinny, put his stick across his face, and get underneath and get it in the net.
Parker Salvatore from the Archers. He scores! Gets through three defenders, caught him looking at each other saying, who's gonna mark this guy? And he takes advantage of it as Salvatore scores first. Parker Salvatore from Eastport, New York. Getting right past the defender, and the others just couldn't catch up to him.
Yeah, great take. A little bit of deception there. Kind of quick release right off the dodge, slow paced it, and then quick snap of the wrist.
The starting keeper for Maryland is Dev Sherman, who just barely gets beat, and the Archers tie this thing up.
Two-bomb there, too.
Hayden Graham with the score there, and it's a two-point goal to put the Archers up. Josh, what are you seeing here with another two-bomb?
I'm seeing a major juice goal here for the Utah Archers. Great job setting his feet, kind of scanning the field to get the defender stick up, and then just hammering one to take the lead.
Hayden Graham from Coronado, California. His favorite player, Trevor Baptiste. A little bit of that Baptiste athleticism there. Shook off a couple defenders, pushed the tempo. You see Trevor rip one of those off every now and then. U12 division, obviously a big size differential too. You see these guys that, you know, they look like they could play high school ball already, and the others still kind of coming into it. As right there behind the back. Oh wow, right on cue. That's Luke Guyman.
Great take.
Relatively undersized in all this, but that does not matter one bit for Luke Guyman as he makes a huge behind the back goal. Look at that.
Beautiful shot. Way to go behind the back to increase his angle towards the cage, and great finish.
Luke Guyman Another Mad Dog West Elite guy. His favorite PLL player, Marcus Holman. His routine is simple. He just listens to music. And
you have kind of an upper hand in terms of having more speed and agility at times, so just taking advantage of that.
Off the crossbar and in for Elijah Horn, who scored a couple of times in the semifinals against the Redwoods.
Great response by Utah there.
Gotta love the resilience. When things aren't going your way, you just punch right back. Easy to roll over when you know Maryland's been getting your number the last couple of possessions, and Elijah Horn scores. How satisfying is that? Right off the crossbar and in.
Oh yeah, nothing better. Top shelf.
His two favorite players, I don't think, could be more different. Paul Rabel and Ross Scott of the Carolina Chaos. Rabel obviously had the size, the strength. He had it all. Whip trying to get some help defenders over, but the Archers hang on to it. It's Gavin Aguero. Aguero. Flag comes down and a score for the Archers. It's Parks Giesling again. We saw him in the open make a great athletic play, and this time he does it again at 6'4". Shakes off the hit. That time it was Gavin Aguero, but finally finds a teammate, and they just get it done. Another resilient play.
Yeah, just how they drew it up.
Parks Giesling.
And then just continuing to be able to show what I'm capable of on TV has been a dream come true.
Look at that play from Angelo Zonarich. Wow. Archers up 7-4. They're cruising. It's pretty much an ISO play from Zonarich. Another California kid from Mad Dog. More Marcus Holman there. And that's his favorite player. He spins and scores. Look at that play, Josh.
Great take. Way to put it in his left hand, increase his angle, and great finish.
MH1, the Marcus Holman is how he said it. Is Angelo Zonarich, another Mad Dog Lacrosse play. They've got to make their move soon. See what kind of help they can get. There it is. How about that? A 2-point goal.
Great response.
As a lovely power play goal for Bennett Brooks of the Whipsnakes. Makes it 7-6. Ball still hot. They play a little catch, and Bennett Brooks comes over from the left-hand side, finds some room, and says, I'm just going to take this myself here.
Yeah, he does a great job catching it right into the shot. I think caught the goalie off guard, and great goal.
They're behind the back. It's crazy to think that this is the game now as we start getting ready here for the second half. Archers have a 1-goal lead, and Jack, if you're down coaching on the sidelines, you know, the Whipsnakes are right in it. What do you tell those guys?
Yeah, look, you can't make every play at once. You know, the best thing to do when you're facing any sort of adversity, right, is to make the best play you can make. If that's a really good, strong pass that hits someone in the stick, right, that might just get your own body, your own stick, your own mental game reset, and then you can get back to making the next big play that might show up on the scoreboard.
Possession. 1-goal game here at Harvard Stadium. Archers have a nice complete effort as look at that pass, and putting it home is Jackson Shea, who puts the Archers up 8-6. That is a great job of passing from the Archers. What do you see here?
Yeah, I mean, the ability to get to the middle of the floor. You drew 2, actually almost 3. You put it on a kid's ear. He didn't have to move his stick at all. He was able to catch it, not even take a cradle and score. Right, that's just what we're talking about. The skill of these guys is unbelievable. No cradle on the back pipe. You drew 3 and you moved it. That's exactly how you play the game.
Jackson Shea is integrating some mindfulness here. The Whipsnakes scored the first 3 points of this one. They're trying to fight back. They have shown ultimate resilience here so far. Great pass right down the middle and scores. What a slick feed from Gunnar Lowe right down the middle to Justice Schumacher, who puts it home for Maryland. There's Schumacher.
This is actually like you see in the PLL a lot, right? A little low wing dodge going through the back of the cage. You get a bunch of guys high, right? So what that's going to do is it's going to make the defense be a little uncomfortable, whether they have to slough down or not. You take one step off. We didn't even slide to him. We just kind of looked at the dodge, right? But because all the other guys above the cage are so high up, it's a long fill down the back pipe.
Justice Schumacher, a Connor Fields guy through and through.
The stick controls the game, right? I think you see at the highest level, guys that play for the longest have the best sticks.
Talk about the stick controlling the game there. That's Dylan Sherreri with a great play to dislodge the ball. Force the loose ball, and the Archers had the last touch. They're keeping it in play, though, and the Whipsnakes finally come away with it, but it's still loose. Ball towards midfield. Who's going to come away with it? Almost everybody's involved now. Ball still loose as Maryland trying to establish some sort of offensive possession, but the Archers trying to settle into it now. So a good play to kind of... Whipsnakes will try to clear it. They'll thwart off some attempts from the Archers to stop it in the goal for the Whipsnakes. Austin Pettit, his second of the day, ties it up at 8.
Exactly like we said, you get a stop on the defensive end, goalie makes a big one, you fought hard in the middle of the floor for a ground ball, you get paid off on the other side. Right now it's 8-8, halfway through the third quarter. We got a ball game here.
I mean, the transition defense there, obviously, it's a tough skill to develop at that age. How many teams really practice like the transition defense at that age? Whipsnakes with their first opportunity to get the lead back since the early in the second quarter. Gunnar Lowe is robbed by the goalkeeper for the Archers. This time it was Bryce Jones who swapped out with Brody Watson for the Archers. Archers with some space, it's Brody Bruno. Bruno taking himself, he scores! Wow, what a high IQ lacrosse play. He had help if he wanted it, but he said, I can take it myself. And Brody Bruno puts the Archers back on top.
And, you know, that's exactly what we were just talking about. It's transition defense. It's stuff at this age with guys who haven't played together a ton that you probably haven't practiced a lot of, right? And you're seeing Utah just have a great opportunity in transition here. We get to about 10 yards. We pull an offside stick exactly like you're supposed to. Defense doesn't respect you and slide. You got to shoot the ball at some point.
Brody Bruno, a Team 91 guy out of Long Island, one of the premier lacrosse clubs. As Maryland, the beneficiary of an Archers foul. They'll try to settle in here, down 1, 2 minutes to go in the third. Flags down, free possession for the Whips, and they take advantage of it. It's Colton Hunter. They'll rush to their teammate Luke Bryan, or correction, that's Gunnar Lowe, to make sure he's okay. Looks like they'll help him up, and he's good.
If I'm Maryland, that's all I'm telling the guys right now is just stay in the game. You guys are fighting. You guys are staying in the game. We take a really tough play. We draw a flag. We have the stick up in the neck. We fall over, right? A little backhand shovel, whether he knew where the guy was or not. That's an assist in the scorebook for him. Right, and again, just stay in the game. Make one play at a time. You can't win the game in the third.
He's got some good stick skills. I'm ready. I just went up to him earlier and I said, let's get a pole goal here in this fourth quarter.
Awesome.
Thanks a bunch, Jake. We'll check in with you after the game, as Dylan Sherreri is the one he's referring to. What a player he's been from Haddonfield, New Jersey, leading edge lacrosse club.
Stay in the hole. I think that's where you're starting to see the game go to a lot.
The Whipsnakes all tied up, trying to change it. James Flesh takes it into his own hands, and the Whipsnakes take the lead again. 10-9 as Flesh gets the Whipsnakes into double digits.
Phenomenal move. I love the cleats he has on, too. Great right to left split, makes his man miss, gets him 8-9 yards. That's exactly where you want to shoot the ball from.
James Flesh from Madison, Wisconsin, Alpha Lacrosse Club. How about that pregame ritual? 20 left-hand shots, 20 right, passing with a teammate. All 20.
I think that's how you get better, right? You make sure you have both hands. You obviously saw that right there. Starting to...
Great play there, Jack. You got to be singing his praises later on to Coach. As this one's saved by the Whipsnakes keeper, Gavin Donahue. Whipsnakes now back at full strength. They'll get a guy out of the box, and another save from Donahue, who's done a great job of keeping this within reach for Maryland. Whips are pushing the tempo now. Here's Gunnar Lowe. Shot clock here. So they have time to get their shot. There's Brody Bruno, fires and scores! What a clutch goal for Brody Bruno.
Just like we said, get yourself organized, right? You could see when they came right out of the play initially, the whistle got blown in. A couple of the midfielders weren't really in the spots they really wanted to be, but they were able to adjust. We dodged to the middle of the floor, threw a great skip pass, hitched to the middle, right? Put it offside stick, great spot, snapped it.
When the lights are brightest, Brody Bruno finds another gear. And it's 10. This game has had it all as the Archers win the opening face-off. It's Talbot Biles at point blank, and the Archers win. Gavin Aguero is the hero. And the Utah Archers are U12 PLL Junior Champions.
What a play by the face-off guy. Won the ball, split to his right hand, threw a skip pass down to the pipe, one tap finish. That's a lacrosse game right there. That's fun to be a part of.
Gavin Aguero from Davie, Florida. That is a play he'll remember for the rest of his life.